quadratic equations. Hi students, today we will discuss the concept called quadratic equations, which you have learned at our 10th class clearly. Extension of that we will learn here. What you learned in 10th class is a polynomial of degree 2. A polynomial of degree 2, ax square plus bx plus c is called as a quadratic expression. Is called as a quadratic expression, and ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 is called as a quadratic equation. Ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 is called as a quadratic equation. A quadratic equation contains, whenever we are saying it is degree 2, it contains two roots. It contains two roots. What are the two roots of a quadratic equation? If we take a common, the equation becomes x square plus b by ax plus c by a equal to 0. Now, x square plus b by ax plus c by a equal to 0. I am taking a common, so left out equation is this. Now, if you observe, this is a square, this is 2ab. If I have b square, then I can write as a plus b whole square. So, I want to make it as a complete square, completing a square. So, I will complete the square using your 10th class concept. You know that how to complete the square. This is a square, this is 2ab. Now we need b square. So, what is b here? So, b by 2a. Square of that is b square by 4a square. I am adding and subtracting. I am adding and subtracting b square by 4a square. B square by 4a square, I am just adding and subtracting. Now, if you observe this becomes a square plus 2ab plus b square. A square plus 2ab plus b square. Now, I can write like x plus b by 2a whole square. This part I can write like x plus b by 2a whole square. And I will bring these two to that side. That becomes minus b square comes as plus b square by 4a square, and plus c by 4a goes to that side, minus c by a. Plus c by a goes to that side, minus c by a. Now, if I take the LCM of these two, 4a square is LCM. 4a square is LCM. So this becomes b square minus 4ac. b square minus 4ac. Now if I take up the square, I will get square root of this. If I take up the square, I will get square root. So what I want to say is, I am taking up this square. So this becomes x plus b by 2a equal to, this is square root of b square minus 4ac by 4a square plus r. Now, this plus b by 2a, bring on to that side, what happens? So, x equal to minus b by 2a plus r minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by this 4a square root of becomes root 4a square is 2a. Now I can take LCM of the two, that is 2a. LCM of the two is 2a. So what is the LCM? 2a is LCM. Now this becomes minus b plus r minus root of b square minus 4ac. If you observe, there are the two roots. One is minus b plus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, and the other is minus b minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So I will separate them as alpha, gamma, beta. So alpha equal to minus b plus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, and beta equal to minus b minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Now, if I add these two, what happens? Alpha plus beta equal to minus b plus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a plus this means minus b minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So, plus minus gets cancelled. Now, minus b minus 2b by 2a. 2 gets cancelled. So, final result is x equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, and alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a. Sum of the roots alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a. Sum of the roots alpha plus beta equal to, final result I got as minus b by a. Similarly, if you do the product alpha into beta, what do you get? If you do the product alpha into beta, what do you get? You will check. Alpha into beta equal to minus b plus root of minus b square minus 4ac by 2a into minus b minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So multiplying 2, what do you get? A plus b into a minus b. A square minus b square becomes minus b whole square b square. This is a plus b into a minus b. A square minus b square. So minus b square minus of this. The root gets cancelled, becomes minus b square plus 4ac by 2a into 2a, 4a. b square cancel. 2a into 2a, 4a square side. Here also, this is b square plus 4ac becomes 4ac by 4a square. 4 cancel, 1a cancel. So product of those alpha into beta equal to c by a. So what are all the final results we got? X equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, and product sum of the roots alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a, and product of the roots alpha into beta equal to c by a. Product of the roots alpha into beta equal to c by a. All these you learned at your 10th class only. Sum of the roots is minus b by a, product of the roots is c by a. If alpha beta are the roots of the equation. If alpha beta are the roots of the equation. If alpha beta are the roots of the equation, then the equation is always x square minus of alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta equal to 0. If you rewrite it back, this is, we got alpha plus beta is minus b by a. This is c by a. Substitute what you get? That only. If I take a common, x square plus b by ax, we got means minus of alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta is nothing but c by a. So equation with roots are alpha beta. You can write as now x square minus of alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta equal to 0. Where alpha plus beta is always equal to minus b by a, and alpha beta equal to c by a. This is what we can conclude. And one more thing we learnt is we have got root of b square minus 4ac in the root while finding. So b square minus 4ac is called as discriminant represented with delta. B square minus 4ac is called as discriminant represented with delta. B square minus 4ac is called as discriminant represented with delta. Depending on the discriminant, without finding the actual roots, we can say about the nature of the roots. Without finding the actual roots, using the discriminant, we can say the nature of the roots. How? Just now only we have observed first one. If b square minus 4ac, if b square minus 4ac greater than 0 and ABC are real. For all these I will say ABC are real. ABC are real. ABC are real. If b square minus 4ac greater than 0, what will we get? If it is greater than 0, we will get a perfect number in the square root. So, we will get a rational number. Rational or irrational, some real roots we will get. And both are different only because minus b plus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a minus b minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a means two separate roots. So, if b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, then two different roots. So, then roots are both are real because if it is greater than 0, you can find the root value. So, it is always real number. So, roots are real and distinct. Real and distinct. Real and distinct. Why? Because this is greater than 0, we will get a real number inside the root, no complex number. So real number means both the roots are real roots. Two different roots. One is minus b plus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a and the other is minus b minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Two different roots. If b square minus 4ac greater than 0. So roots are real and distinct. Second point. If b square minus 4ac equal to 0. If b square minus 4ac equal to 0, then what happens? So, the root of b square minus 4ac whole thing becomes 0. So, automatically root becomes minus b by 2a. Second root also minus b root of that is 0. So, minus b by 2a. Means both the roots are minus b by 2a. So, if b square minus 4ac equal to 0, then the roots are real and equal. That is x equal to minus b by 2a. This is the equal always. So if the roots are real and equal, those equal roots are minus b by 2a. Both are equal to minus b by 2a. Next. If b square minus 4ac less than 0, if discriminant delta less than 0, b square minus 4ac less than 0, then what happens? Inside the root you will get negative. Less than 0 means negative. Inside the root negative means it is a complex number. Therefore roots are complex or imaginary also means. Roots are complex or imaginary. Roots are complex or imaginary. If ABC are real and roots are complex or imaginary, then both the roots are conjugate roots. That is, conjugate roots means a plus ib is one root, then a minus b ib is also other root. If a plus ib is one root, then a minus ib is also a root. A plus ib, a minus ib are called as conjugate roots. So a minus ib is also a root. This a plus ib form is called as complex number. That we will discuss later on separate chapter. Presently, just remember, if b square minus 4ac less than 0, then the roots are complex or imaginary, and those complex roots are a plus ib comma a minus ib. Next, fourth point. If b square minus 4ac is a perfect square, what happens? If b square minus 4ac is a perfect square, then what happens? If b square minus 4ac is a perfect square, then the root of b square minus 4ac is a real number. So you will get minus b plus that real number whatever may be by 2a. So you will get in the form of p by q. So it is always rational. So b square minus 4ac is a perfect square implies roots are rational. If not, if it is not a perfect square, then we will get root 3 like root 3, root 5 like that. Then they are irrational. B square minus 4ac is not a perfect square. Then roots are conjugate surds because irrational numbers are surds. Means conjugate surds by I am saying is a plus root b is one root, a minus root b is another root. Like conjugate complex numbers. Not a perfect square, then the roots are irrational conjugate surds. Surd, S-U-R-D-S, conjugate surds. If a plus root b is one root, then a minus root b is another root. If a plus root b is one root, then a minus root b is another root. These two are called as conjugate surds. A plus root b is one root, then a minus root b is another root. These are called as conjugate surds. Next, what we have discussed is, if alpha, beta are the roots of the equation, then the equation becomes x square minus of alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta equal to 0. Where alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a, alpha into beta equal to c by d. Am I right? So this is the equation with roots are alpha comma beta. We already discussed just now. I want an equation whose roots are k alpha comma k beta. Then automatically what this equation becomes? X square minus of kx plus k alpha plus k beta into x plus k alpha into k beta equal to 0 only. If k alpha k beta are the roots. Now, if I simplify this, what do I get now? X square. If I take k common, this becomes alpha plus beta only. So k into alpha plus beta into x plus k into k square alpha beta equal to 0. Now, if I write this, x square minus k into alpha plus beta is minus b by a. becomes plus b by ax plus a square into alpha beta equal to 0. If I take k square common, no problem. This is, if you observe this equation is nothing but the previous equation. After taking a common, what is the equation I got? X square plus b by ax plus c by a equal to 0. We got by taking a common in the previous equation. So observe these two. Here k is extra. Means if I replace x with 1 by k, if I replace, observe this, both are same. Only difference is here k square I got. Got it or not? So if I replace x with x by k, so what happens? So kx square, if I substitute here, both are same. Only thing is here k square. So replacing x with x by k, what do I get? X by k whole square plus b by a into x by k plus c by a equal to 0. So k square is LCM. If I simplify, x square plus b by a kx plus k square c by a equal to 0 only. If I take k square common, so both are same. Means if I want the equation whose roots are k alpha comma k beta, is nothing but f of x by k. This is f of x by k only, just only observe. So replacing x with x by k gives you whose roots are k times the given equation. Similarly, if alpha beta are the roots, I want the equation whose roots are x by k, alpha by k, beta by k, then it becomes kx, f of kx. Similarly, if I want an equation whose roots are 1 by alpha comma 1 by beta, then the equation automatically becomes f of 1 by x. F of 1 by x. Like similarly, alpha beta are the roots. If I want an equation whose roots are minus alpha comma minus beta, then the equation automatically becomes f of minus x. Next, f of minus x. Similarly, from the same, we will derive some more concepts also which are useful for object. All these are useful for object. Some more concepts useful for object are equation is x square plus bx plus c equal to 0. If x equal to 1, what will the equation becomes? Ax square, a into 1 a, b into 1b plus c equal to 0. Means if x equal to 1 is one root, then a plus b plus c equal to 0. In the reverse way, I will say, if a plus b plus c equal to 0, then x equal to 1 is a root. So whenever a plus b plus c, sum of the quotients is 0 implies 1 is a root, and the other root, we know that alpha beta equal to c by a. We are saying alpha is 1, then beta is c by a only. So 1 comma c by a are the two roots if a plus b plus c is 0 always. So you can use for shortcut trick for object 2. If you add up the roots, if you add up the quotients, if it is 0, then we can directly write the two roots without solving, just by writing 1 comma c by a. Similarly, if I replace x with minus a, what happens? A into minus 1 square plus a, but minus 1 into b minus b plus c. So if a minus b plus c equal to 0, then minus 1 is one more cancelled like the same c by a. So that automatically becomes minus c by a. So if a plus b plus c is 0, 1 comma c by a are the roots. If a minus b plus c equal to 0, then minus 1 comma minus c by a are the roots. Then minus 1 comma minus c by a are the two roots. Similarly, if alpha beta are of the opposite side, if alpha beta are of the opposite side, then c by a is always positive. Means if c by a is positive, we can say that alpha beta are of opposite side. If c by a is greater than 0, then both the roots are of the same side. Either both are positive or both are negative. Then only, because alpha and beta is c by a. If c by a is greater than 0, then alpha beta are of the same side. Both are having the same sign. Same sign. Similarly, if c by a is less than 0, then alpha beta are on the opposite side. Because product of the two roots is negative. Alpha into beta is c by a. So c by a is negative. So if c by a is negative, then alpha beta are on the opposite side. Alpha beta are opposite side. If c by a is less than 0. If c by a is more than 0, then alpha beta are of the same sign. We'll continue in the next class. Go through all these concepts properly on today, right? If you have textbook, go through the textbook, it will be better.